Welcome to your channel name. Are you sitting on a hidden treasure? Imagine turning a simple quarter into $1 million fortune overnight. Today, we're diving into the truth behind the so-called rare and valuable bicentennial Washington. Quarters are they really worth a fortune, or just a myth? Stay tuned as we uncover which coins could make you rich and how to spot genuine treasures in your pocket change. Don't miss this. Sure, next coin might be worth thousands. Let's get started. Welcome to your channel name. Are you sitting on a hidden treasure? Imagine turning a simple quarter into $1 million fortune overnight. Today, we're diving into the truth behind the so-called rare and valuable bicentennial Washington. Quarters are they really worth a fortune, or just a myth? Stay tuned as we uncover which coins could make you rich and how to spot genuine treasures in your pocket change. Don't miss. There is no such thing as a bicentennial Washington quarter minted in 1965. The U.S. bicentennial quarters were only produced in 1975 and 1976 to celebrate America's 200th anniversary of independence. These special quarters are marked with the dual date 1776 to 1976 and feature a unique reverse design of a colonial drummer by Jack L.R. No coins bearing the bicentennial design were minted before 1975. However, the 1965 Washington quarter itself holds significant historical value. This year marked a major shift in U.S. coin production. The mint switched from 90% silver coins to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change was prompted by the rising cost of silver. The 1965 quarter does not contain any silver, unlike quarters minted in previous years 1964 and earlier. The 1965 Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and no mint mark appears on the coin. Over 1.8 billion 1965 quarters were produced, making it a very common coin. In circulated condition, most 1965 quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, in high mint state grades, they can fetch more. Collectors highly seek mint state examples of the 1965 quarter, especially those graded MS-67 or higher. These coins can sell for $200 to $1,000 or more if they display exceptional luster, sharp details, and minimal surface marks. One of the most valuable varieties of the 1965 Washington quarter is the rare 1965 silver quarter error. A small number of 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchettes intended for 1964 quarters. These rare transitional error coins are incredibly valuable and can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. To identify a 1965 silver quarter, check the coin's edge. Standard copper-nickel quarters have a visible copper-colored band, while silver quarters will have a solid silver edge with no copper layer. Weighing the coin can also confirm its authenticity. A 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchette should weigh 6.25 grams instead of the standard 5.67 grams. While some rare 1965 silver quarter errors have sold for impressive prices, one example fetched over $7,000. There are no records of any 1965 quarter selling for $1 million or more. Claims that a 1965 bicentennial quarter exists or that these coins can make you a billionaire overnight are false. In conclusion, let's go through it carefully. There is no official bicentennial Washington quarter from 1993. The true bicentennial quarters were made only for the 1776 to 1976 celebration. However, you're asking about a 1993 P Washington quarter. I'll explain everything in full detail for you in 8 long paragraphs. 1. 1993 P Washington quarter regular circulation coin, the Washington quarter minted in 1993 with a P mint mark. Philadelphia Mint is part of the regular Washington quarter series, which ran from 1932 until 1998. Before the state quarters began in 1999. The 1993 P quarter features George Pazuzel's Washington's profile on the obverse and the familiar eagle design on the reverse. It was made of copper nickel-clad composition, no silver for everyday use too, no bicentennial design in 1993, the true bicentennial quarters honoring America's 200th birthday. Dual dates 1776 to 1976 and a drummer boy reverse design. These were struck in 1975 and 1976 only. Any 1993 quarter does not have any bicentennial features. If someone claims a 1993p bicentennial quarter exists, it's misinformation. Still, rare errors, mint mistakes, or extremely high-grade coins from 1993 can be valuable. 3. How regular 1993p quarters can become valuable in regular condition. A circulated 1993p quarter is worth face value, 25 cents. However, if you find one in pristine mint state condition, it could be worth much more. A perfect MS68 or MS69, graded 1993p, quarter can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000 at high-end auctions, because such flawless coins are extremely rare. High-quality examples are highly prized by serious collectors who want to complete top-quality Washington quarter sets. 4. Valuable 1993. Errors to look for while there's no special bicentennial quarter from 1993. Certain mint errors from that year can make a coin worth serious money. Look for dramatic errors like off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchette, for example. A quarter struck on a dime planchette. A dramatic mint error on a 1993p quarter could easily bring $500 to $5,000 depending on the severity and collector demand. 5. The rare high-grade 1993p quarters for regular non-error coins. The key to big value lies in exceptionally high grades. Most 1993 quarters were heavily circulated, so finding one with sharp detail, no scratches, and full mint luster is extremely rare. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified very few 1993p quarters above. MS67. An MS68 or MS69 example can attract record prices. It's because of its extreme rarity. 6. No $1 million 1993 quarters. Beware of hype, it's important. To be honest, there are no known 1993p quarters that have sold for $1 million or even close. Most valuable 1993 quarters, even with serious errors, sell for thousands, not millions. The billionaire overnight claims you sometimes hear on social media about regular 1993 quarters are false and misleading. Only extremely rare coins, like early American colonial coins or ultra-rare gold coins, bring million-dollar prices. 7. How to check if your 1993p quarter is valuable. Examine your 1993p quarter under magnification. Check the surfaces for mint errors, doubling on the lettering or date, and unusual features. Weigh the coin. A regular copper-nickel quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If your coin is much lighter or heavier, it might be struck on the wrong metal. Start to look at the edges and details sharp. Full strikes and a lack of scratches are important clues for a potentially valuable coin. 8. Final advice: preserve and authenticate your find. If you think you have a rare or high-grade 1993p quarter, do not clean it. Cleaning ruins collectible value. Instead, submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. A graded authenticated error coin or MS68 gem could be a hidden treasure. Even though you won't become a billionaire overnight with a 1993p quarter, a few $1,000 could be sitting in your change jar right now, just waiting to be discovered. Would you also like me to create a very catchy 30-second YouTube intro for this topic? It would boost your audience engagement right from the start. Want me to write that too? There is no such thing as a bicentennial Washington quarter minted in 1979. The official bicentennial quarters were struck exclusively in 1975 and 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence. These coins are easily identified by their dual date 1776 to 1976. On the obverse, and a distinctive colonial drummer design on the reverse, designed by Jack L.R., no bicentennial quarters were minted before or after these years. If you have a 1979p Washington quarter, it is part of the standard Washington quarter series, which features the classic design by John Flanagan. The obverse displays George Washington's profile, while the reverse features an eagle with outstretched wings. perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. The P Mint mark signifies it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Value of a 1979 P. Washington quarter. The 1979 P quarter had a mintage of over 515 million coins, making it a common coin in circulation. In circulated condition, it's generally worth only its face value of 25 cents.
However,
some specific conditions and rare errors can increase its value significantly. Valuable 1979 P quarter varieties and errors, while the 1979 P quarter is not inherently rare. Some key errors and high-grade examples can be worth much more. 1. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1979 P quarters have visible doubling in the inscriptions, such as Liberty or In God We Trust. These errors can fetch $50. It's $300 depending on the severity of the doubling in coin condition. 2. Off-center strike quarters that were struck significantly. Off-center, where part of the design is missing, can be worth $100 to $500 depending on how dramatic the error is. 3. Clipped planchette error. If a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a minting defect, these clipped planchette errors can sell for $50 to $150 or more. 4. Struck on a wrong planchette. A rare error occurs when a 1979 P quarter is struck on a blank intended for a dime or nickel. These coins are highly collectible and can fetch $500 to $1,500 or higher, depending on condition. 5. High grade specimens MS67 or higher in pristine mint condition with strong luster and sharp strike details. A 1979 P quarter graded MS67 or above can be worth $200 to $1,000 at auction due to its rarity in such high grades. How to spot a valuable 1979 P quarter condition matters. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and original mint luster are far more valuable. Error identification. Look closely for doubling in text, off-center strikes, or odd planchette shapes. Weight check. Standard 1979 P quarters should weigh 5.67 grams. Variations may indicate an error. Key grading values for 1979 P quarter circulated condition: 25 cents, $1 MS65, mint state, $5, $15, mis-67 or higher, $200, $1,000 plus. Rare errors can reach $1,000, $3,000 or more in top condition. Debunking. The $1 million myth. Some viral claims suggest certain 1979 P quarters are worth millions of dollars. However, no authentic record exists of a 1979 P Washington quarter reaching such extreme values. Coins that sell for seven-figure prices are typically legendary rarities, like the 1933 Double Eagle, 1913 Liberty Head Nickel, or the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, not standard issues like the 1979 P quarter. Authentication and grading. If you believe you found a valuable 1979 P quarter, consider having it evaluated by trusted grading services such as PCGS Professional, Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. Certified coins with authenticated errors or high grades carry the most value in the collector's market. Conclusion: the 1979 P Washington quarter is not a bicentennial coin and will not make you a millionaire overnight. While rare errors, exceptional conditions, or top-tier grades can increase its value significantly, exaggerated claims of million-dollar sales are not supported by verifiable records. If you're serious about coin collecting, focus on authenticated rarities, error coins, and mint condition examples for true value. There is no such thing as a bicentennial Washington quarter minted in 1982. The official bicentennial quarters were struck only in 1975 and 1976 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence. These special quarters feature a dual date 1776 to 1976 on the obverse and a distinctive colonial drummer design on the reverse, created by Jack L. R. No bicentennial quarters were minted before or after those 2 years. The 1982 P. Washington quarter is part of the regular Washington quarter series and carries the traditional design by John Flanagan. The obverse features George Washington's Profile. While the reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. The P mint mark signifies it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. One important fact about the 1982 P quarter is that the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets in 1982 or 1983 due to budget cuts. This makes high-quality, uncirculated examples from these years harder to find. As a result, well-preserved 1982 P quarters can command higher prices in the collector's market, in circulated condition. The 1982 P Washington quarter is generally worth only its face value of 25 cents. However, in mint state condition graded MS-65 or higher, its value can rise to $5 to $25. Exceptional specimens graded MS-67 or above can sell for $200 to $500 or more, particularly if they display sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong luster. While the 1982 P quarter is not famous for having major error varieties, some rare minting errors can increase its value. Potential errors that collectors seek include off-center strikes, double die error struck through grease error squirters struck on the wrong planchette, such as a nickel or dime planchette. Coins with dramatic errors can sometimes fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition of the mistake. Despite some viral claims online, there are no verified records of a 1982 P quarter selling for millions of dollars. Claims that suggest these coins can make you a billionaire overnight are inaccurate and misleading. Coins that reach such high values are typically rare historical pieces like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1804 draped bust dollar, or the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, none of which include common issues like the 1982 P quarter. If you believe you've found a rare or valuable 1982 P quarter, it's crucial to have it professionally graded by reputable services such as PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. Professional grading provides an accurate assessment of your coin's authenticity and market value. In conclusion, while the 1982 P Washington quarter can carry some collector value in high grades or with rare mint errors, it is not a bicentennial coin and will not fetch millions of dollars. So always rely on expert evaluations, numismatic resources, and verified auction results when assessing your coin's true worth.